Amen. God bless you again. Today we're going to be responsible to our occasion, that being Father's Day, and we're going to pay attention to the principles that will cause all of us who are men to be encouraged and to remember that we are a legacy for a lot of people. Let me say this before we get started with Father's Day. I know Mother's Day we have already experienced, but to all of you who are listening by way of our media sources, to those who are here today, I will keep reminding you that there is no degree of trial or trouble in life that any of us have ever had, that any of us have ever felt, that does not pale to the fact that your mother has given you 9 months in life. And I know there are some very terrible things that some of you have experienced via your mothers. But do not forget ever that you're here to talk about those terrible things because she gave you life. The fact that you cannot like her, you can resent her, is because she gave you life. And so you have a vehicle whereby to do that. So always remember on this Father's Day that there is nothing you can ever do or say to pay back your mother for giving you 1, 9 months, and 2, life. How many of you are glad for life? Amen. We're going to read today from the Gospels, and I'm going to talk about 2 necessary duties. This will be our subject. 2 necessary duties to being a good father. That is, to deflect and to reflect. It is necessary. It is vital. It is of an urgent matter that we learn to deflect into perspective and reflect in perspectives. When you have days like Mother's Day and Father's Day and Secretary's Day and Children's Day, and all of these days have both vulnerability to that which is sad and excitement to that which is good and make one glad. Today I thought that all of us who are here today as fathers and those who are listening by way of our media source, that you might enjoy or you might come to grips with a poem that I wrote this morning. I hurriedly ran from Mother Carolyn so I can get into my office and start writing. She held me up on the sidewalk talking about her beans and all that stuff. And then Mother Hall talking about her respiratory situation. And so I darted right quick before Mother Doris got into view. And when I ducked into my office, I started writing. And I wrote from the sentiment of a child's heart. Those who fathers may not be present in their lives. But I thought that this would be one of the most potent writings that I have ever done. These words are to be engrafted into your hearts. They are to help you to understand what your children may feel. What your children may feel. I know what you feel as a father, but these words may help you know what your children may feel. They may not have ever expressed these words to you. They may not have ever shared these words, written these words to you, text these words to you. But these words are important to those of you who are in the will of God and you want to have a legacy as to being a good father. These words may help you. 2 responsibilities of a good father. That special day had come. The silence